Hello. Good morning. Good
Who let
evening.
you introduce it?
Good afternoon. Just felt a bit like Daniel Sturridge, if you know, you know. Welcome back. Or back welcome.
Episode 4.
What rhymes with 4? Women. So, how have we been this week?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Just working. Nothing.
Nothing strenuous.
Nothing particularly strenuous. No. As you keep saying, I don't particularly do a strenuous job.
No, you don't. You just sit down.
Sit on
all
my
day.
sit on my
Typical
arse all week.
admin jobs. No offense to your admin job, but you're a bit lazy. You're a hard working man's job, you know, on your feet all day.
But we're important. We're important. Admin is important. It is because it does all the shit. It does all the shitty back end shit that you lot don't have to do.
I could be doing soon.
Well, yeah, that's true.
With a new job. That will be maybe found out next
Yeah,
episode.
Weybridge, not in Weybridge.
No, which I actually never knew.
Weybridge.
I never knew the difference. I thought he was like working
They're
in
spelled
Weybridge.
differently. It's not.
I can't spell any of them.
Weigh bridge. Weybridge.
Did I tell you, so I did the interview thing, and he made me do an English and maths thing, right? It's just like a quick test just to see, because I mean, people say that technically, so working on the Weybridge is apparently admin. I mean, there's admin into it because
Explain what it is, though, the Weybridge.
well, it's what company I work for. There's another side of it. So I currently work on the yard of this company. And then obviously when lorries come in and out, you need to put them in a wage bridge, make sure they're weighed. I feel like I'm in the interview again. You just got to weigh them properly, take the paperwork in, make sure they're for the right reasons and know where they're going on the yard, basically. And yeah, I did this maths test and it was so stupid. And it was like fucking Daniel had £5 and brought like 3 sandwiches that cost £1.50. Or it was something like that. And I looked at it and I thought, he can't buy any more. Like, I didn't understand the question. And I was like, how is this like a trick question? And he pointed, there's actually 2. It sounds stupid, but yeah, I flew through it after that.
Yeah.
You know when questions are so easy that you feel like
Yeah, of course, yeah.
you're stupid.
Yeah, I think it's just for everyone across the board. And like I say, when I worked at that fucking place for a day, they sent me over this whole fucking document, and it was basically like,
You struggled on your name bit, didn't you? That's probably the hardest
I didn't put
bit.
I forgot to put my candidate number on it. They put like a grid on the screen, and they were like, right, read from this grid what's in stock, and it was like, well, there's 14 t-shirts and 14 jumpers. You just had to recite what was on the screen.
Agency, wasn't it?
Agency, yeah.
So I don't know why.
Don't know.
Because the majority of agency staff probably didn't know even how to read it. From my experience on
That's
agency,
true.
but
That's true.
yeah.
Fishing, because we said that we were gonna sort of show you some pictures and stuff, and we put together this little montage of when we went fishing, and I think it was very good actually. The morning was great. We caught the 2 fish in the morning, and then
Just now you know the difference between a net and a mat. That does help a bit.
fuck off. I thought you said.
But if you're reeling the fish in, why would you bring a mat in? It's just going to slip off it. You bring a net, you net the fish.
Yeah, I know.
mean, it's common knowledge.
I just thought you said because the mat was a distance away.
Just
so
ask me saying, "Oh, can you make me a coffee?" and you come out with a fruit shoot. Like it just
fuck off.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so we put a little montage together. He thinks it's a bit cringy, but I spent a lot of time editing it. I did.
I didn't say you didn't.
I did, like 3 hours.
All right. Anyway, cue the.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it. See what you think. So we're at Lizard Lakes. It's a small lake in West Drayton. Well, it's more sort of borderline on Useley. It's very scenic. David over there on his phone. There he is. It's been really nice actually. To be fair, we have caught a couple of things, and I'll put them pictures into this montage afterwards. But at the moment it seems a little bit quiet. But it's really, really scenic ground here. It's really, really nice. So if you do fish and you're looking for somewhere to fish, I'd definitely recommend this if you're local. Oh yeah, so it's a tenner. You just grab your ticket. It's a tenner from 9 till 10. I'll link the website in the bio or on social media, and we'll post some socials on Threads as well. But yeah, we'll try and see what sort of more we can film, and then hopefully we catch something and we can add it to the video. But if we don't, I'll just add the pictures instead. We have caught something, we promise. We'll put a few pictures on there. We've got our lovely janky setup here with a leaf in it. We promise you the budget will get better. There he is, contemplating his life, waiting for the beeper to go off. So, has he enjoyed his day? That seems very reassuring.
Patience is key.
Yeah.
Well, that was eventful actually. No, to be fair, we had a good time, I think.
Yeah, it was alright. It was quite chill. I've got a few new bits which should be here hopefully tomorrow or Saturday. A new reel.
I don't think we'll do another fishing montage. Not unless we go somewhere. If we go somewhere particular, not lizard.
If I get another big one, this might be worth putting in the picture.
We'll take a picture. Yeah.
But
We'll
that
pop a picture.
one of the big ones that you saw in there was probably, I don't know, I would say about £10 win weight. We haven't got scales. That's what I should have ordered,
obviously,
to be fair.
If you bear in mind that the equipment that we were using wasn't exactly
Up to notch.
sound. Yeah, the rod pod or whatever it is.
Yeah, well, you improvise and you adapt. So
Yeah, we've made some new ones. So yeah, that was our time fishing, and that was really good actually. All the details of Lizard Lakes were in that VT, so if you want to visit and you want to have a look, then do so, because it's a very nice place, and they've got more than one lake as well, which I didn't mention.
Yeah, Lake 2. I've walked over there, but it's fucking huge.
Yeah,
and you got massive carp in there, up to like £25, more than £25.
It's good. It's really well priced, to be fair. I think the times were wrong in that VT actually. What are these?
It's 7 a.m. till 9 p.m.
Yeah, that's the actual times. Yeah, I think I might have said the wrong times. So let's have a game this time. You can see on your screens, we are going to play Wordle. I think I've set it up fine. It looks okay on there. I'm sure you all know what Wordle is, but if you don't, you'll pick it up as you go through. Basically, we think of a word. It's a 5-letter word, and what it'll do is it'll tell us. It's going to tell us when we put the letters in. If the letters remain grey, then they're not used in the final word. If they're yellow, they're in the word but not in the right place. And if they're green, then they're in the word and that's the right place. So we'll start with.
We'll do against each other.
Well, we'll do.
So you give me a word, I give you a word. Like you type.
Yeah, I'll do one word, then you do a word, then I'll do a word. Or we'll start with you, Don. We'll start with five-letter word. Let's go.
Sandy, Sandy. You can type it, by the way.
Sandy. Okay, so we've got an A and an N. Let me have a think. Let's see. A and an N.
No, you're doing it for me.
Huh?
You're doing it for me, aren't you?
I thought
what are you thinking?
Taking it in turns.
No, we'll do one for
okay,
each.
go on then.
Whoever gets the best. Oh,
it's difficult
hell.
when you're thinking about it on the fly. It's difficult.
Nerds.
But it's got an A in it. It's got an A in it.
NEA.
It's not NEA.
Fucking hell. Tryop. TRYOP. Let's see if I can get any words out of it.
TRYOP.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Not a word in this. Tripod.
Oh, tripod. You can't fit it in there.
Triad. TRIAD.
Triad.
Yeah.
It's a word.
So the
A is still on there.
So if the A is...
Although you've eliminated some letters, so that's good.
A...
Mike.
Put AEIOU. Is that going to count as a word?
E-I-O-U. No, it won't count as a word.
Can I try C A C E A C L E A N? Clean.
Clean. Okay, so the L's in the right place. So that's okay.
Wait, what start? K L.
I don't think KL.
So hard.
What about? No, it's got the
B L A. Wait. No, why did I put that? Oh, it is the right way.
Okay, right. So you've got LAN in the middle of it then. I reckon we should be able to get it now. Not B.
I know that I bet the last word isn't. No, it's not an E. It must be an S at the end. Plans.
No.
Oh my god.
No, that's made it difficult now.
What? FLAN.
G.
Flang. It's not a word. Flam.
No, it's not.
Flan. No.
Flank with a K. E.
Do you know, this is what I mean. Why are you helping me?
Sorry, no.
You don't understand any game aspect, do you? You're actually fucking stupid.
All right, okay, let's do that one. How do I refresh it? Oh, I'll just do that. Can you only do one?
No.
Looks like you can only do one, isn't it?
Why?
I don't know. Why won't it let me do another one? See stats. Play today, so that's odd.
Oh my god, he's missed it.
Oh, hold on, technical difficulties.
2 hours to set up and still have technical difficulties.
Oh, there's always. All right. Well, I think can we use this one? Just do another one. Play wordle unlimited. Yeah. There we go. Hopefully.
Guess the first word.
I can't put it in full screen, but I think
Yeah, you can scroll down and there should be a full screen at the bottom corner of the thingy. There.
Okay.
There
Okay.
we go.
Right. Here we go. Right. Okay. Let me think.
Grain. I'm just going to shout. There's no point us playing against each other because you've ruined that aspect. Gains.
A's in the right place. D-A-L. Dales. D-A-L-E-S. Oh dear. I shouldn't have put S anyway because you know what's in there.
W-A-O-P. Way up. Way up, lad.
Say C-A-P.
Z-A-V-B-A. Bands? Band?
B-A.
Well, it won't be bands because there's no.
Oh.
But you can write bands if you want it to because then you know it eliminates all.
Literally nothing. Let's see. C-A-T.
Coat.
C-A. Hold on.
Coop.
C-A. C. Oh, fucking hell. P-A. P-A. I'm sorry, P. I'm pretty sure. I just want to see if there's anything else. Oh, at the end, right? Okay. So, O at the end.
Radio.
There's no I.
No.
C. No bloody I. Oh. There's a lot of silence in this bit.
I can see you forgot your thinking cap.
I did. M.
C. V. A. Vein.
There's no I. It's probably so fucking obvious as well.
M. A. M. A. K. E. R.
It ends in an O though.
Oh, I don't know.
Um.
Well, I can tell you for a fact there's got an A and an O in it.
Thanks.
You now know your vowels. So it's not patio. There's an A, the second letter, and the O is the last letter, with a variety of letters still left. Canvas? No.
No, because it's got the O.
Convo?
Convo. C.
Is that a word?
C-O-N-V-O.
So there's
So
another
we've got
O.
another O, but in a different place. So there's it's going to be double barreled then. So is it C?
Congo.
O. K. No, there's
No,
no.
the O's at the end.
Got one last go. Oh yeah, shit.
H.
Could it be O something OO?
Poo. Flow? Flu?
There's no B, is there?
What in flow?
No, sorry, I'm just looking at the grid.
So why would the B have anything to do with it? Jewel? I'm just saying random.
I've no idea.
Come on, you know it. I know it now.
Do you?
I'm not telling you though.
Oh, of course. No idea.
F. H. I think it's a TH. I think it's a TH.
It can't be T. T's not there.
Oh. YH. K. MU. MUO. Muvu. Hoover. No, there's no V. It's not.
No, and the O's at the end anyway. We know the O's at the end.
What words end in O?
Yeah, but then what's got two
Convo.
O's?
Bonjo.
There's no B.
Longo. Lingo.
It's not lingo. Not a word.
Togo. Flogo. Hogo.
Pogo. Oh, it could have been Pogo,
Hugo.
but it's not got a P.
Hugo.
That's a name.
Yo-yo. Yu-Gi-Oh. Quavo.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Zulu.
No, it's not, because it ends in O.
I bet it's a hard word as well.
It must. I don't know.
Just have a guess.
I can't think of it.
I mean, you can't. I mean, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, you've got like 11 letters to use.
That's what I'm saying, but I can't think of it. F-O. F.
I guess you could say it's a bit of a wordle.
F-H-O.
Can I have a biscuit?
Wait a minute. Wait.
Alright, I won't have one then. Woohoo.
No, there's no O there.
There is, there's 2 O's. Yoo-hoo.
It's not a word.
Yoo-hoo's not a word.
No, it's like
So why do people say yoo-hoo?
It's a saying. It's not a word.
Okay.
It's like it's not a word, but you know,
But you can't spell that. Spell that what you just said.
M-I-E-E-E-E-E. I've no idea. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give up. I think. I've literally no idea.
Let me have a go.
You have a look.
I'm gonna say Z-A-Y. O H O. That is a word. You just don't invented it yet. X Y
XY
L
xylophone.
O, B.
No, wait, hold on.
Jollop.
No.
Joker.
I'm gonna give up. Give up.
Don't give up.
Kazoo.
Kazoo, yeah, you can.
Oh, of course, kazoo. Oh well, there we are.
Do another one.
You want to do another one because
Yeah.
that's quite long. Should we come back to it?
No, come on, we'll do one more.
All right, we'll do one more then. Okay,
Always
one
wanna do
more.
things quick.
One more. What are you starting with?
Wendy.
Wendy.
It is a word.
It's a name.
Lolly.
Okay.
Ooh.
Saucy. Put your microphone where your mouth is.
Polos.
Wow, they're still in the wrong place.
Chode. B D no.
No, look.
No. All right, are you doing it or am I doing it? Right? Keep yourself. No, don't. You're actually pissing me off. I think you're funny.
I wonder what else it could be.
Well, I would have had an extra go if you didn't fucking take over. WHO. I know what it is.
I think I know what it is actually.
Can you just let me type it?
Yeah.
Who? So it's WHO something L.
Wait.
What is that X? No way out. T C L. No.
No, WH.
No. That's not a word. WHO something L. ZL. Let's
No.
go through all the possibilities.
It's not going to be ZL. It could be AL. Like what wall or whatever that could work.
Not in a word.
U maybe could be U.
No. IL M.
I mean, we're just guessing now.
I still technically would have done it.
You're just going through every single one.
And none of them are working.
Wall.
I got it.
I mean, you would anything fucking get that. These are difficult. Okay, well, we'll jump. We might jump back to that in a bit.
Sore loser
May
attitude.
jump back to that in a bit. Where are we going to head to?
We're gonna have
now?
some of this.
Oh.
I've never tried
I'm
it.
gonna hold on a minute then, because I'm gonna need a Kit Kat to take the taste away. We're not even full. Hold on, we're not full screen. Let's go halfway point. That's just so you see. Oh, go on then. Are you gonna put it in the glass?
No, I was gonna put it on your glasses.
Oh no!
It fucking stinks.
Oh,
It smells like a carp.
oh.
It is VitHit water juice plus tea plus vitamins plus apple plus elderflower plus mate tea plus L plus carnine. 35 you fucking need this. 35 calories, that would do you for the day.
Shut up.
Still what you hold in your hand is VIP pass to the party. This is invite only, where vitamins dance to the funky chicken with fruit while tea sits in. I'm not really, that's cringe. Just tastes like diluted juice.
It's that weird aftertaste, like that. It tastes like plants. I mean, it does have.
I hope it's not vegan friendly, because I'm not a part of that personally.
It does have the old plant-esque taste. Kit Kat time.
Breakaway time. What's your all-time favourite chocolate?
Oh shit, they've done top 10. We'll do that.
Just fucking talk.
Cadbury.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know what mine is?
What?
And I can never find them in shops anymore. Topic.
A topic?
I like a topic.
Shut up, David. When have you ever eaten a fucking topic?
Loads of times.
I've known you a long time. I've never seen you consume a topic.
Because I can't find them anywhere.
Well, I don't think
You're not very good with topics either, are you? So, but, and that's the tea.
Fucking topic.
We go to top 5.
Top 10.
Same
Okay.
thing.
I don't know why this one's always a bit brighter. Camera. Okay. Oh, you got a top 10. Oh, please make it better than last week.
Top 10 retail chains in the world.
In the world.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Right.
You better get pen and paper or write it down on your lappy top.
Let's open up a notepaddy document.
I can change it to the UK if you prefer.
If you could, because then it
because you know
narrows it down
you're not very good with these things, are you?
I'm not.
Wow, I've just seen what's top, and I'm very shocked.
So, can you explain to me? Because there's lots of different sectors of retail.
In general, retail in the UK.
Just shops. Is that what we're talking about? Shops in general.
Well, define retail.
Well, I would say retail is in a front-facing shop on a high street.
Yeah, no, just companies. I guess it's not technically top 10 retailers by sale. Retail economics provide a list because you can have online retail. That's a bit of a clue. You can have an online retail.
All right, then I'm going to put
anything that sells a mass of products. I would say.
Can we start from 1 and work our way to 10 then?
If you want.
Okay, at 1, I'm going to put Amazon.
Okay.
Because I mean, I feel like they're with Prime, they're leading.
With Prime.
With Amazon Prime, I feel like they're leading quicker than.
But Prime technically doesn't come under retail, does it? Prime's TV show.
Amazon Prime, as in.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So
2, I'm gonna go eBay because I still think that has a big stature. Like it's up there. I'm gonna say 3. Probably another online one.
And I'll tell you how much they make per year roughly as well.
Another online one will be 3. Let's go ASOS. Why not?
I'm not trying to give you clues, but you are so far off. Right, number 4.
See, now this is where I'm stumped now because I don't even know what to think of now. So can you don't give me a clue, but can you tell me if there are ones that you would see on the high street on there?
All the rest from the high street. I shouldn't even be telling you this, but
let's go. So we're on number 4. So let's go.
Remember, this is refined to UK now.
Let's go Tesco.
Right.
Because I'm changing my strategy now. I've locked in Amazon, eBay, and ASOS, but I've gone way off. So now I'm going to go with high street stores, like what I'm thinking in my head. So we'll go Tesco.
No, it's because I just told you there's only high street stores.
I'm going to follow that with Asda.
What? So what's number 5?
Asda. I'll put Asda on number 5.
All right, number 6.
Let's go with Sainsbury's.
Number 7.
Ooh, number 7. Don't know if there'd be any more supermarkets on there. I know they're probably the top. Yeah, no. Okay, Waitrose.
Okay, number 8.
I'm just winging this, to be fair. Now, number 8. I'll just wing it with whatever's on the fucking high street. Let's say.
Have a little thought behind it.
Let's say I can't. Well, I fucked up when I said Amazon, eBay, and ASOS, so I may as well just go.
I'm not saying I'm not agreeing nor disagreeing that are in the list.
Yeah, but you're saying like retail, so I don't know. Let's go with let's just see if we can choose the last couple that are on the list. I'm going to say JD.
Right.
Let's at least see if we can get some that are on the list.
And number 10?
Oh no, we're on 9.
Number 9, sorry.
Just get one that's on the list, at least.
By the way, that's not how much they make, it's their turnover.
Okay. One that's on the list.
What's turnover?
So it's basically the amount after your overheads.
Fucking hell. So after staff and everything,
after staffing,
delivery,
yeah,
etc.
it's
So how much profit they kind of
basically. Let's just get one on the list. Let's say retailer in the UK. Primark.
Jesus Christ.
To be fair, they are a fucking large retailer.
Yeah, I suppose, but let me check if there's any you've missed out.
Quite a lot, I think. Okay, I'm gonna go with number 10. Number 10. Let's try and get one on the list. Let's go with big retailer.
Come on.
I don't know. Let's go with Next. Why not? They're also a very big brand on the high street.
Fucking Next.
I don't know. Come on. Right. Start at number 1.
So you want me to go from number 1 downwards?
Yeah, go up to 10.
Right, okay.
Number 1, I said Amazon.
So with a turnover of 39.7 billion is Tesco.
Wow.
Number 2?
I said eBay.
Number 2 with a turnover of 28.1 billion, Sainsbury's.
Okay, so that's good. So we've got 2 on
you don't
the list
get the
so far.
Right.
I don't get the point, but as long as it's on the list, I'm happy.
Number 3 at 23.6 billion. What did you say?
I said ASOS. Fucking
Amazon.
Okay, right. So far they're all on the list. That's good. Number 4
at 23.6 billion. You said. What did you say?
Oh, I said Tesco.
Asda.
All right, that's on this as well.
Number 5 shocked me actually at 18.4 billion.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Asda.
Morrison's.
I was only thinking Morrison's. Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't put these
Number 6.
Number 6 at 13.7 billion.
Up at Sainsbury's.
You're incorrect, especially with the way British people shop. Is Aldi.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Number 7.
Up at Waitrose.
You put Waitrose.
Yeah.
Can I take? It's at 12.5 billion.
You put John Lewis.
Yeah, it's John
then
Lewis.
Take it then.
No, yeah, it's not. No, because you think John Lewis.
They're the parent company.
Doesn't matter.
They're the parent. I'm taking that.
Wait, what? John Lewis is partner of.
John Lewis is the parent company of Waitrose. So I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I've got 1. Number 7. Number 8. I put JD.
At 10 billion is Marks and Spencers.
Right. Okay. Number 9. I put Primark.
At 7.8 billion is the Co-op.
Right. And number 10. I put Next.
7.7 billion. I'll give you. You can have another guess for an extra point. Number 10.
How much they turn over?
7.7 billion.
And the previous one was Co-op.
Yeah. I may have already said their next door neighbour.
Nisa. No.
Lidl.
Oh right. Okay. Oh, fair enough. I feel like I don't know. I feel like Nisa's turnover is probably nothing.
What, compared to everything else?
To be fair, they're franchise, so it's kind of biased.
What, an Asda and Tesco?
I'm having another one of these.
What's the fucking eating? Oh, go on then. I want to try this. What's this? A caramel Kit Kat? Is it nice?
I don't think so. I don't know. I like them. I like these. Tons of caramel.
Yeah, all right.
Nice with a coffee.
They should do another one of these. The chocolate chip ones. They were quite nice. The Kit Kat. Well, that's top 10 done, was.
Mukbang.
Yeah.
What we got? Control Out Listen. We'll do that next. There's something interesting, actually. Well, it's to do with AI, as it is every fucking week. But that's the way we're going at the moment. Oh, hold on. Let me just finish stuffing my face, man. This is fucking. This is so shit.
Really, I like it. I do like it. I'm gonna be bougie. Have you ever seen that video, the fastest person that works in a chicken shop?
No.
Can I show it on my phone and then you can pull it on there?
I probably won't put it on there, but
I can put a link. You can put a link to the TikTok.
I'll put a link to it.
Chicken shop worker. Have a look at this guy. Press play on the first one. Or do you want me to show the camera?
Literally just type it on TikTok. Fastest chicken shop is the first one. Oh my god. Dude, that's efficiency.
But look at the way he done the drink.
He's got nothing. We've got nothing on him at Burger King. Seriously. Go on, drinks, go on. Whoosh.
They'll be all fizzed up by the time he's fucking flipped them around and fucking hammered them.
Well, he's definitely good at his job.
I don't know where it was. He used to work in Dixie's in Ilford.
Oh, right.
I don't think he works there anymore. But if you know anything about Ilford Dixie's chicken shop,
there you
if you've been there, then you'll know him.
You'll know. Let's talk AI, but we'll talk HMRC. So, a little story that's come to light. Basically, they're using, or the government are considering using AI, along with HMRC, to effectively catch people out. So, obviously, you know, when it comes to things like benefit fraud or tax evasion, things like that, the government will do research into it, but the research can only go as far as they can physically go. But as we discussed in episode 2, when it comes to AI scraping things, when we were talking about threads, they want to use it to their advantage, and they want to use it to try and scrape people's socials to find out more information about them. Not only scrape their socials, but also scrape things like their websites and everything like that, these business owners or independent people, to try to catch them out. Which, I mean, we would consider ourselves working class, so we would look at that and say it's not right.
Well, if you're getting caught out, you're getting caught out. But like, if you're doing something, I don't know, because it's weird. Because my granddad told me a story before that when he was signing on, and this was a long time ago when he was like in his 20s. So he was like signing on at the time. This was like before when you used to have to go to an office and like collect your universal credit in cash. And someone grasped on him basically that he was signing on and working as well. So someone obviously grasped on him, and he said he remembers driving to work that day and this car following him. He drove all the way around. Shit. Yeah, this car kept following him, and he knew straight away that someone had grasped him up. And it's something. There's like a bit of story behind it as well.
You know.
Yeah, and it followed him, and he went onto the roundabout. He kept going around all these roundabouts, and I think this was in Heston,
to try and
and he was always behind him.
Yeah.
So then he drove all the way back home, parked up, and then went past his house, and then ended up driving off. And then I think 3 weeks later after that, they showed up to his work, and they were like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Or he was like, "Oh, well, working." He just thought he was a normal customer at the time. And he said, "Well, I'm from like the whatever they call it, the type gyro money."
Yeah.
As a nickname, or and said, "Well, why are you signing on and working?" Got caught out, and then he had to work full time from there.
Yeah.
So
I think this is gonna. I think obviously for them it's gonna make the process easier. But I think that I think as AI in general has got the potential to produce false positives. I feel like people are going to get caught out I feel like there's going to be a lot of new investigations that may be brought up with sort of around people when they don't necessarily need to be, like previous history or things that they previously did prior to the work that they're doing now could just flag up and be just shit.
Yeah, but again, it's all at the taxpayer's cost. If they've got to go out and search these people's houses, blah blah blah, who pays for their petrol? So
I mean, it's one of these things. AI is just like I say, we've always said, and we'll continue to say in probably all of the podcasts. It's just going to take over. It just is. And it's just they're using it in every aspect. Like I said, I searched up earlier as well. They want to use AI to generate news articles based on feeding it real life data. And I don't know, but I just feel like it's biased because that not all of that news article is now going to be real. A lot of it's just going to be AI filled in. Yes, the points are going to be real, the names are going to be real, but the rest of it is just guff that no one's written.
Yeah, but half of the shit that people, even when like an accident happens wherever you're from, and the police put a police statement on it, it's never the truth, really, is it? It's just, oh, this person's been stabbed or killed or attacked. One person's been arrested. Like, what more do you need an AR to do, really? It's just a book. Like, you can't really go into details. If it's a police like status, they don't normally release details. Depending on the crime, they don't release details unless it's a description.
Right.
But then could that come into hand? Because if you think about it, right, you know, obviously, not everyone has the best CCTV right now. Some people still have like the old-fashioned, like black and white, really blurred, like low quality.
Yeah.
So what if AI can pick up all these pixels and actually reform it properly? So it could be beneficial, but I don't know.
Who knows? It's going to be used for good. It's going to be used for bad, and then it's going to be used for ugly stuff.
Yeah,
but we know that anyway. You already sort of
that's
anticipate
for you
that
anyway.
Well, yeah,
all dodgy, corrupt people. But that's
for another
day.
podcast, I think. So I think that's one thing which is interesting. We'll see what the developments of that are, and I think what we'll do in the coming podcast is follow up on previous things we mentioned. So if anything changes in the news, then we'll follow up on that. I know that. Going to breaking news, though there's not a great deal of breaking news this week. I know that there's advancements in Ukraine at the moment, which I don't know what they are.
I thought they were fighting back in war. They was like trying to infiltrate Russia or something.
Let's have a look and see what's going on, because I've just heard a little bit about it on the news, but I don't exactly know precisely what's going on at the moment. Let's have a look. Ukraine signals readiness to fight on Black Sea after Russia threatens ships.
So they're going after Russia again.
Yeah, Russia bombs Ukraine ports, threatens ships. Kiev deploys clusters. Ukraine says that Russia is blackmailing the world with hunger. Ooh. China's complicit on Russia's invasion of Ukraine, says MI6 chief. So basically, that's one thing I heard, is essentially that you know, people are sort of thinking, well, because China are siding with Russia, that they're complicit in the whole war.
But then Putin's saying, oh, anyone that helps Ukraine anyway is an enemy, basically. So I mean, it's that ages ago.
Yeah,
China's
not going to be. Then China's not. China. I don't think China's even had their say, because they're on Russia's side anyway. But like I say, that's one of them. That's one of them ongoing
Russia
things.
Russia are weak anyway. Give me a canister, a couple of fishing rods, AK-47. I'll be in and out in no time, sorted. Send me on the Saturday. I'll be back for work for Monday. Honestly.
Oh, yeah. You take your fishing rod with you as well. Do a spot of fishing wash there.
Yeah, a spot of. I'll cut them all up and use them as. Well, I don't know if I can say that actually. Can I?
Let's not. Yeah, I think I've run out of shit to talk about now. Nothing on the football scene, is there? No point in doing Football Fridays.
Actually, to be fair, no, I actually completely forgot. So United have had a couple of signings. I don't know why I didn't say it earlier. No, they're on a pre-season tour. I haven't watched any of the games because United are so Chelsea. There's a few obviously.
Carry on.
I'm
going to see what timestamp we're on. Yeah.
A few other teams are on basically a tour in America, so the timing to watching any of the games is a bit off. I think Chelsea played the other day at like 10 in the morning. What else? There's been no signings at this point. No major signings. I know Arsenal have signed a few players. Timber and who else did they sign? I can't remember for the life of me. I don't really follow Arsenal, but Arsenal made a few. Oh, Declan Rice. I think he broke the record for like the biggest transfer value in any English player. I think it was like 115 million with add-ons. which is quite a lot of money for a football player.
Mm.
All of that just to do a Muller Rice advert. But he's a good player, to be fair. But yeah, it's still pretty empty at the moment, football wise.
See what we'll try and keep up with it, and then we'll because I do obviously, like I say, I want to make it a big thing, and I'm also, like I say, I still think we should get some guests on, people that know a little bit more about football, because I feel like that's a don't know, I feel like that's a better thing.
Well, it's a variation of different things.
Try and do that, and I will make some more VTs as well, especially if we're sort of aiming on going to places as well, and obviously we obviously do separate things. So I'm off to Blackpool soon, so I might put some pictures in from the Blackpool trip as well, which might be quite nice, just to change up the podcast a little bit, just so it's not just us constantly talking. You've got a little bit of a feature to watch as well.
Mm-hmm.
But should we do some? You want to do some more Wordle, or you want to do another game? See what we're playing.
It's up to you. We do another Wordle.
Don't know. What other games can we play though? Like,
You can do the song one.
they can't hear it. I will try and route it back through. There's one that we play. What was it called? Binb, B-I-N-B.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we played it a while ago, and it was basically like you just have to type it as quickly as you can. There's always bots on there,
Yeah.
which is
that's
terrible.
Stupid.
You have to type it as quickly as you can. The quicker you type it, the higher the score. Let's go back to halfway point. Yeah, so the quicker you type it, the higher the score. But obviously you guys won't be able to hear that, so there's not much point in putting that in there as well. But I think Wordle does work with the audio. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, hopefully this will work better with just audio, because there's not much visual.
Yeah. What do you think of drugs?
They're terrible, David.
Well, what do you count as terrible
Terrible.
drugs?
Unless, of course, they're medicinal drugs, in which case...
What about weed?
What about weed?
Would you be annoyed if weed was legalized?
No. It wouldn't really bother me.
Really?
Not particularly.
And, I'm surprised they haven't actually legalized weed.
Well, you'd think they would, because you think they'd be able to tax the fuck out of
yeah,
it.
that's the only reason. I mean, they do it with cigarettes.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just because there's too much stick about it, and I reckon it's going to take I think it's going to take our parents and grandparents to die off first before they are like, okay, I think the generationally will be like fully accepted.
Is there anything that's legalized now that wasn't like, say, like 100 years ago?
It's only gone one way. It's not gone the other way.
No, as in something that was, yeah. No, the other, as in like
Being gay?
No, but that's more acceptance.
No, it was illegal.
What, in the UK?
In the UK, it was illegal. Yeah, at one point it was illegal.
It was illegal to get married. Was it always been illegal to get married in the UK?
It was illegal to get married if you're gay in the UK, but it was at one point, I don't know when, but it was at one point illegal to be gay. So
Yeah.
that's obviously saying this changed. But no, generally a lot of the stuff only really goes forward. We become so there was a lot of the stuff in the day that was more relaxed, like health and safety and things like that. That's gotten obviously more stringent over the years.
Well, same with like HMRC stuff. Half
Yeah,
of the stuff
of course
that
you
people
could get
would
away
go,
with it. Yeah, especially if you were signing on, you could get away with that. Just be
No,
like,
you
oh
don't
yeah,
really.
I've applied for jobs, but now you've got to have hard, fast proof, and you've got to go for an interview every 2 weeks, and so that's obviously changed. A lot has changed. Don't really know what the fuck we're talking about now.
How long have we been recording for?
About 50 minutes. So not too far.
50?
50, 50.
That's quite a while, to be fair.
Give or take. Yeah. The other ones have been about an hour. Well, 55 minutes an hour. So listen to us wobbling on for 50 minutes. And we're going fishing on Sunday, so we'll take some pictures when we're out fishing and see what we catch, and we'll include I might include videos if we happen to catch something on a video. It won't be as polished as the one that I played today, but we will upload something. And then I don't know what else are you doing over the week. Anything special that you can document?
Going out and getting pissed on Saturday.
Take some photos. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, and then obviously when I go away as well. I'm not sure how we're going to work it when I go away, because I'm going away for 2 weeks, so that means that there's be 2 sort of blanked out Fridays. It'll probably end up just being where we just have 2 weeks off and then jump back in.
Probably be better, because then there'll be a lot more to talk about as well. We could have like a 2-hour special.
Yeah.
I think when you come back, we should do a live stream, like a live stream.
We could do a live stream.
Have a drink.
What we need to do is we need to push audience more as well. That's something we need to do, which maybe you could have a go at when I'm away, if you can try and drive socials as well. Because, I mean, realistically, there is absolutely nobody watching it. But I'm hoping, and this is what my plan was when we were doing this.
There's like a backlog of videos.
To have some videos that people can watch and some content when you guys join it, so that there's something for you to go through. You don't just want one video.
Yeah.
It means that they've got 5 or 6 episodes that they can watch through and then sort of gauge whether or not they like it. So it's like building up a little portfolio, really. Whoa.
That was probably really loud.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if that was loud, how loud that was. We'll come up with a better solution for things. As time goes on, we'll come up with a better solution. But because this whole setup here is temporary, we have to move this table every time into this position and move it, so because it's temporary, things generally tend to change.
Yeah. And noises are made. Not in a weird way.
Yeah, noises. Because there's a fish tank there. We've got animals walking around. We've got the back door, especially because we're recording quite late now. It's now 1 minute past midnight. We're recording this episode. So we record it at different times. So there's different things going on. And these are dynamic microphones, so they generally tend to pick up everything rather than just what's in front of them. But yeah, so that's the logistics of it. So yeah, hopefully, like I say, if we can drum up some audience and you guys like it, then that's good.
Any suggestions?
Yeah, like I say, I'll always put the email in the description. So if people do start watching, please go to the email and just send us anything. Any ideas, anything that you can think that would work well. We generally try to be as we do have some stuff planned, but most of it is on the fly. So we want to make sure that what we're doing sort of works. So even if we are doing something on the fly, it's what people particularly want. Hopefully everything's sounding all right. I know that there might be a little dropout in that VT earlier, but everything is controlled from a little tablet here. So I've tried to set everything up as good as I can. And there was a thing earlier as well when we was in that VT. When I cut out the VT, we cut straight into top 10. So we'll have just a general blank window next time. But it is good to talk about the podcast, because that's one thing we haven't talked about on the podcast is the podcast.
Yeah.
So it feels good to actually sort of talk about it and talk about the logistics.
It's still
of it.
quite new to it, so obviously, the best way to learn is to actually do it.
Yeah. Which I think we've not done too bad. If you consider watching back the first episode, they've gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot more natural, because that's one thing that we...
Same as what I said to you last week with fishing. I know it's a silly comparison, but even, you can watch and educate yourself on anything really, about as many YouTube videos you want, but you learn more when you go there.
Yeah.
Because you can watch 1,000 videos when they say, oh, we'll do this, and then you think, right, that's the right way. And you do it and you're like, well, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
So the best way is to learn it yourself and do your own thing.
Just have a crack at it.
Be yourself and love yourself. Accept yourself.
That's it.
Don't be a copy. Be an original. Don't be one of them DVDs that they like to sell. Oh, they don't do them anymore. No, it would be Pirate Bay. They probably sell them like
they don't do them anymore. They used to come into the restaurants and sell them, didn't they? But they don't sell them anymore. Yeah.
Good day. They were good days. I loved them when they. Do you know what? I liked it when they got a bit creative and they'd make their own like art and stuff like that.
Oh, their own DVD menus, yeah. and then halfway through the movie, it would scroll through an advert at the bottom in bright yellow.
Once I was in Burger King when I was a kid, and the guy actually made art covers in DVD boxes.
Oh right, yeah.
So like when you can take a sleeve out of the thingy, put like a sleeve in and everything, and then he had like a little sticker on it instead of writing on it, and it's like Nemo something. I didn't understand what it said. Do
you remember that the DVDs used to be plain white with the smallest little print on it of the cover? Yeah. I remember them.
And then you think you've got a good copy and you're reading it, and halfway through yours, and you think,
'Cause
what's
it's
going
cinema.
on? Yeah,
Because it's a cam version.
Yeah.
Recorded in the cinema.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
How do they get away with taking a camera like that in there?
Because it's not always recorded in this country, and I think a lot of smaller cinemas have got less. Like, I'm not being funny. You take if you your microphone is falling down. If you take a camera into like Waterman's cinema, no one's gonna say anything. But if you take it into like a big like
a
View
Cineworld,
or Cineworld,
something like that.
they're gonna know.
Do you know what, I reckon there's a lot of darker stuff behind that.
What do you mean? Your mic, it's not gonna stay up. Sorry.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, you put it on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of darker stuff behind it, like a lot of slavery. Like, I feel like there's like no, you laugh,
going?
right? I feel like there's like a massacre operation that run in China, or Russia, or England. You know, it's not even, like I say, it's not. I'm trying not to get cancelled, but it's not racist. It's just, you know, when has you ever been sold a DVD by an Englishman? I mean, actually, maybe once.
It's stereotype, isn't it? Really, but
Yeah.
but they are. The thing is with these DVDs is that they're generally made in places like China, by these rogue pirate companies, and they are then distributed. They're not all made.
I think
here.
the people are distributed. I think they mass record these DVDs and send them out to places like London at the time. Not as much now. Well, not really at all now. Send them all out to London and forced to work to sell these DVDs.
Forced to work to sell the DVDs. Yeah,
money,
there could be an element of slavery around it. It did seem very choreographed when it was done. Like, it was very, you know, typical. That's the way it would be. They had the ways of going round these particular restaurants and stuff. So there could be a bit behind it.
It's quite old fashioned now.
How we got to fucking pirate DVDs.
You know, VHSs as well.
Yeah.
Do you ever remember? I had a special edition. It might even be worth a few quid nowadays, and it was a Rugrats VHS. But the actual, you know, it normally come black.
Yeah.
It was in orange, and it was the, you know, the like the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like orange, but like his face was on it, so it looked like the VHS was his hair.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. They don't do stuff like that anymore.
Do you remember the lineup sets where they had on the spines, they had the image printed, and when you put them all in a row, it would create one big image, like the Only Fools and Horses ones and stuff?
Yeah, I've still got them
Carry
all.
On one.
Yeah, I've got them all.
Yeah.
Well, my mum's got all the Only Fools and Horses, 40 Towers, all the Carry On films, and what was the other one? On the Buses.
Yes, yeah.
She's got ones that are on the buses. The Only Fools and Horses ones go for about 150 quid if you've got all the VHSs in good condition. It's more of a collector's thing.
Mm.
And then, what do you remember the fortnightly collections where you get the magazine
from the post office or from the newsagents? Yeah, I remember them.
I had the Tracy Beaker ones. They all lined up.
Always the biggest scam, because the first week it'd be like, oh, get your DVD, £1.99, comes with a magazine. You'd be like, yeah, I'll buy into that. 2 weeks later, get your DVD, it's £4.99, and you'd be like, okay, fair enough, that's not too bad, I'll still buy it. And then, like, literally a month in, it'd be like, oh, £12.99, and you're like, fucking hell, where did that come from? Starting from
I don't think it ever changed for me.
I tell you for why I remember, because they used to do the model aeroplanes, and Mum used to buy them from the for Grandad from the newsagents in Brentford, and they used to have the model aeroplanes in, and you buy the kits every week, and they'd start off at 85p.
Yeah.
But then that's how they get you, because you get to issue 15, and they know that it's the second to last bit, so they're going to charge you $39.99. Well, you're not going to buy it. If you don't buy it, you can't complete it. So it's like a puzzle. It's like selling every individual bit of the puzzle for £1, and that last bit, they're going to charge you 50 quid for it. Well, you're going to buy it because you can't complete it. But yeah, then that's.
But not all of them are collectors. Like I had, there used to be a Doctor Who one, and you'd get like, it wasn't necessarily like you could line it all up. It was just a magazine, and you'd get like a free like toy or something like it. And I remember I had, you know, the torch thing he uses. The torch fucking screwdriver, the electronic screwdriver the Doctor uses, and it used to have a thing you could light it up. So if you write in this pen, it's like an invisible pen, but when you put the light on it, it would show it in like secret. I don't know what the type of pen.
UV.
Yeah.
I remember stuff like that, UV pens.
And I remember I lost it, so my mum brought it for me in Tesco's. It was ages ago. She brought it for me. I lost the pen, and then we specifically, sounds really bad, because I would not stop going on. She put me in a trolley. She said, we're doing a shop. She put the magazine in. I said, I don't need the magazine. She went, take the plastic screwdriver out, put it in your pocket, and if anyone asks, you want it for Christmas and we're poor. So if we got caught by security, then it would be like, I would have to do a sob story.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got no money. I just really wanted it. And then the security would be like, all right, leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, leave it. Yeah.
Which I actually got caught shoplifting before. This is really bad.
Take the mic out the stand if you want.
I don't want to cause too much noise. I remember it was really bad. Like year 4, I got into a really bad habit of stealing. And I remember what's that film, that cartoon with all the animals on the farm? I can't remember what it was called. It had the cow as the main character on that motorbike. Anyway,
Creature Comforts?
No, it was a bit newer than that. Anyway, and in Asda the DVDs they have like a little the security thing goes into the DVD, if that makes sense. They like stick it on the side. It
goes through the back of it.
Yeah. And I remember it was loose, and I pulled it out, and I don't know why I thought this. And I had this theory that this would work all the time. Obviously now I know logically it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I did that. And then what I did is I opened up this sounds really stupid, like it sounds fucking stupid, right? I'd open up a microwave lasagna and I'd pull it in there and I'd hide it at the back of the freezer, and I used to think I could freeze it so it doesn't beep. I'd pull it to the back. Obviously I've already taken it out, so it doesn't. And then I would steal it. And I remember my cousin came to stay over, and normally my mum would buy me like Match Tax. This was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And my mum was like, I'm not right. One of you are having it. And I thought, well, that's why are you not buying your own son Match Tax? And I tried making her feel bad, and she didn't give in. And I said, all right, buy it for my cousin. I thought I was such a big boy, and I was like, buy it for my cousin. I'm gonna nick the the tins you used to have to get the collectors.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna nick it, and it was so stupid. I remember, so in Tesco's, when you go far to the back, and then on the right where the crisps are, I went all the way into that corner, and I had this like card factory. You know how shit the card factory bags are, and I was like trying to shove it in, and there's a camera right in front of me, and I said to the cousin, just cover me. Went all the way around, and stopped by security, and it was weird because security was like, "Yo, can you step outside?" I went step outside. Then he grabbed me as a kid, but obviously there's not really much you can say. You just got caught nicking. Put us into there, and then my mum was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, we can buy it." And was like, "No, you can't let you buy it because you brought it." She was like, "Oh no, let me buy it." And he was like, "No, you can't
because you've already stolen it."
And then I got banned from Tesco's for a year. That's how I got banned from Tesco's for a year. But then I got in trouble because my nan, I don't even think my nan knows, but my nan used to tell me off a lot when I was younger. And then when I went outside, the first thing I said, because my mum wouldn't tell anyone, and she said to my cousin, "Do not tell anyone." All three of us got banned from Tesco for a year. So whenever my cousin would go with his mum, "Oh yeah, we can't go to Tesco." But the first thing I walked out, and she was so like peed off because she was like, "Don't steal it, don't steal it." And I looked at her, I said, when you was in there, you said you would buy it. And she went, "Yeah, what?" I said, "So why didn't you buy it for me in the first place?" I swear to God, obviously you can't get it now. I've never been backhanded like that before in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a little rant, like gone off story time for you.
I've got a little story. I think this is a long time ago. So we was out at Haven on holiday, and we'd all gone to the club. The days of going to the club are finished now, but when you used to go on holiday,
old are you?
How old was I?
Yeah.
Probably about 8 or 9.
To the club?
Yeah, to the the club.
Oh, the holiday park.
Yeah.
I thought you meant you had clubbing.
No, sorry. To the show bar on the holiday site, so we all went out, and back in the day we all used to get, we would go over there for the evening, so we used to get changed and showered, and it was like a fun thing.
That's what it used to be like back in the day.
And we went over there and we was watching this show, and obviously we were all together, and Mum would let me go off into the arcade and stuff like that, but she'd want to know where I was. And this particular night, do you remember Same Difference? The duo, they're like a singing duo.
Did they dress up?
I don't know. I think they were on X Factor or something like that. But they're called Same Difference anyway.
Oh, I thought you meant like performers.
At that point, they were quite big, and they'd come to the holiday park to perform. So you can imagine there's a lot of people in this club. It's very busy. So I head off to the arcade, and then I get bored of the arcade, and I'm like, okay. And I thought, I'm not going to go through all of these people, you know, so I'll just perch myself on a little table at the end. Anyway, there I am, sat there, as you do. And we're watching the show and everything is going fine. And I'm probably watching it for about 45 minutes.
But you're sat by yourself?
I'm sat by myself on this table, no one else is there.
Where's your mum and everyone?
They're all on the table. They're like, you know...
They can see you, though?
Yeah. At this point, Tali was a baby, so she was, you know, sat there, and they were all sat there, Grandad and Nan all around the table. Anyway, I'm sitting there watching the show, and all of a sudden, everything stops. Like, the show stops completely. They've gone off stage, and they bring all the lights on in the club. And they come on the mic, and they bring the mic over, and they're like, okay, so we just need to stop the show because we've got a missing child. I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, so if Reese Smith can please come to the box. And I'm sat there in the corner like this, and obviously I'm sat there, and then I just slowly like get up like this, and then Mum and Grandad, everyone could see me, and I swear to God, you know, I can't remember it fully. I remember the gist of it, but like the look on their faces was just the look of pure despair. They'd stopped this show, they'd gone to reception, the whole thing had to stop. The club was full of people, you know. Can you imagine like how embarrassing that is? That the parents stopped that. That's I think I might have told you before.
I don't think you have, to be fair.
But that was one of them stories. For fuck's sake, seriously, shit you get up to as kids. I've done a similar thing in Tesco as well, where I've opened the fire exit doors, set the alarm off. The whole fucking shop.
Oh, don't you know? Do you know what happened? Because I went for a carvery today. Obviously, there was like a group, like I don't even. Why can't I think of the word? What's it all when like a group if you go away on a holiday with a school? What's the word? Like a not a day out trip. What do they call it? Like a holiday, and I don't know. I could be completely chatting shit. And obviously, I don't think they're English. They were definitely Asian.
An exchange.
No, not an exchange. It's like a school trip is what I'm trying to think of anyway.
Right, yeah.
And the signs on the toilets, you know, the Toby Carvery, it says toilets facing this way.
Yes.
They obviously don't know English, so they just see, I'm assuming, toilet.
Yeah, and just assume
you don't translate an arrow. An arrow is multi-language.
Yeah, multi-language. You need that way. And then you got the picture of the woman and the man, which you would assume means toilet. Yeah.
But that's a bit far.
Did she open the kitchen door?
No, it's the back door, but it's a fire alarm door.
Oh, right.
When I opened it was ringing and ringing, right? That wasn't even the worst part. She does it. A couple other 3 in a row.
Yeah.
It's a hat trick. So stupid. We were just sitting there, drinking, just thinking, what an idiot.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, we need to shut up now. I think we've been ranting on for too long. Anyway.
That was a lot better.
That was a lot better, yeah. I
like that. It was a lot more natural.
Completely natural, yeah. That's what I think we should go for.
I think story time's a lot better. I feel like we should have a story time segment.
Story time, so we'll come up with a story from our past and we'll just sit and chat about it.
Yeah.
I'll make a story time graphic.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll come up with something. Yeah, I think we'll round out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 12:20, so we actually need to get to bed. Because this is Thursday. So actually, this is almost very nearly live because it's now Friday, and you'll see this today at some point, hopefully. So yeah, it would be nice. And then, like you said, when I get back from Blackpool, we'll see if we can do a live stream. If we can drum up some more.
Even if we could, if I set it up, I've still got a working computer at home. We do a Zoom call. That'd be quite fun.
Oh, we could do. Well, a Zoom call was to include that in the podcast.
Well, we could just record the screen.
Yeah, we could do that as well.
Do half and half.
As like a segment as well. If we do a Zoom call during the week, and then you still come round, do the podcast, include it in the podcast when we think of something as well, which would be fun. But yeah, a live podcast would be quite nice as well, and also a podcast from a different location, which is what I'm thinking as well. Because if you listen to that VT back, you can hear that the mics on our phones actually are really good, and if you run them through that Adobe AI enhancer, sounds like you're in the studio.
Back to AI again.
So I think we could use our phones, and we could do podcasts from external locations, which might also be fun as well. But anyway, you opened it, so
just quickly before I do outro it, if you want, you know, you're saying about how AI was searching for all the HMRC stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it's not even advanced, but when you're thinking about it, it's like how long it's been around. It feels like it was more advanced than it should be now. But like, I mean, technically it is AI. When like you're like, because I phoned my phone contract today and basically ended up getting like a 3 months paid for it because service was terrible. If you know about Tesco, then it's trash. But anyway, and they ask you to say in a few words, so that's technically AI, isn't it? When they say, please tell what your problem is in a few words.
Mm-hmm.
It never works though.
No.
Just, I'm sorry, we can't answer.
We can't answer this. Yeah, it never works properly.
But whenever that, because it's been out for, I'd say about 5 or 10 years. It's quite advanced for when it did come out.
When it came out,
well, you'd think it would update it, but no,
it's like
fucking bother.
Yeah, but then it goes. You could go back on that, can you? And say like when back in the day when our parents were kids and they'd answer the phone and it would play a loop tape, like anything like automatic, that was amazing back then. Or that one amazing bit of technology was the BBC talking clock, where you would ring it and it would tell you what the time was. I remember
that, yeah.
Because the way that worked was having hundreds of loops of tape with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and then the machine would keep time and it would play each individual bit of tape back at once.
Yeah.
So it would be like the time is 1:00 a.m. and that then was amazing to have a bit of, and of course the thing about the BT clock is that only one person could call in at a time.
Really?
Yeah. You only one
person.
So
you could be in a queue wanting to know the time?
No, not really, because it was so short that the chances of you actually calling at the same time as somebody else calling the BT clock was very slim. So they used that.
Is that the one where it goes like it went ding dong or something like that?
Yes,
the time is.
Yeah, the time
and then it puts the phone down straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it has to do that.
I remember that.
If you can't.
What was the number?
Active. 1?
It was just number 1.
Press 1 for the.
Should we try it? Just quickly.
I don't know if the BT clock works anymore. What is the number? It says here, find the precise time by dialing 123 to hear the BT speaking clock.
Let's see. I'll put it on loudspeaker, yeah?
Be careful, because it's costly.
At the third stroke, the time brought to you by O2 will be 12:22 a.m. and 40 seconds.
There you go. Although that is O2's clock. Now
that's probably going to charge about 50 quid just for that call.
Now the BT aren't the main operator of the phone lines anymore, so each phone service has their own version of the talking clock.
But I'm not O2. I'm Tesco. What Tesco's O2?
O2, yeah. Your host network is O2, but Tesco are the side loading network.
Oops. Yeah.
Anyway, that's interesting.
Well, I hope you enjoyed. I feel like the end bit flowed a lot better. I feel like we was a bit nervous in the beginning because there wasn't much planning, but it was nice when it was quite naturally flowing and story time. Definitely have more story times. We've got lots of stories to tell.
Yeah, there's so many stories of stuff we've done over the years and stuff we've each done.
Just a lot for how many years I've been alive
on the earth.
Lynn.
Lots of stories to tell. Lots of funny stories as well. I'm sure we could come up with lots of funny stories.
I'll tell you what we're going to do from now. We're going to outro with a bit of advice. We're going to give advice.
Advice to them?
Yeah. Well, just life advice.
You're good at that.
Okay, you want me to give something?
Go on in.
I think I said it last week, though. But if you give a man a fish...
You're going to give this at every single end of every
If you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man how to fish, he'll eat forever. And on that note, I think that's it. So if you did enjoy, follow us on the social media, and we will see you next week, hopefully.
Yeah, for episode 5 already.
Episode 5.
That means that we've been doing this for 5. That we've been doing this for
5 weeks.
Over a month already.
Doesn't time fly when you're podcasting?
Bye.
Anyway, bye.